It is actually good morning, y'all. Today is um January 8th, 2026, and I'm gonna go over the trade I took over this morning. The trade I took this morning, my price analysis, and why I took this trade this morning. So today we had unemployment claims at 8:30 this morning. And they were green. That doesn't really matter or anything. So we just red folder news unemployment claims this morning. 8:30. 8:30 didn't really do a whole lot, but it did sweep out this internal liquidity, and then it entered this hourly for rally gap, I'm guessing. This hourly for rally gap right here. Let me just this one right here enters this hourly for rally gap. Mark that out with the quadrant levels. Go down to a lower time frame. You can see we're respecting this fair rally gap, staying under consequent encroachment and reacting lower. Telling me we want to be bearish today. We also had a SMP at these highs. I'm pretty sure. SMP at these highs. ES never comes up to take us out. Yeah. All right. And then we actually also had a SMP here because Nasdaq or ES comes up and with this candle it takes out this high, making Nasdaq more bearish than ES. So S&T here at the highs, reacting off of this hourly for rally gap, staying underneath consequent encroachment. I'm using both of them to um help me analyze price because they're both are correlating and they both kind of you look at one, you look at the other, they both help you out. So this is first presented for rally gap because we come up, sweep out all this liquidity. I miss my original entry. I wanted to enter once first presented for rally gap gets created. This is kind of just something I was thinking about while it was happening. Um, I was like, okay, this is first presented for rally gaps. Literally, I can kind of see it getting formed because I've seen first presented for rally gaps get formed enough times. Um, because we sweep these highs, come down, like very violently and very volatile. Um, Price is lower, and then we create this fair value gap at 931, and then we tap into it 932, and I don't know what I was doing, but I literally wanted to see this get tapped, and I wanted to get filled right here, and then I think that's what it was. I was measuring my how much I wanted to use because I wanted to risk 500 today. I want to keep risking 500, but this is a very high stop. So I would have had to risk, I think, what is that? 5 cons? 6 cons? About 6 cons for 500 risk. I mean, the reward's there for sure, but I targeted all the way down here, so it would have been like something like that. But anyways, doesn't matter. Um, so my trade was the SMT and then obvious CASD. We break down all these lows. One thing I was worried about is that we were gonna have a SMT with these lows and we're gonna go higher, but this whole week I've been wanting to see us go lower because the new week opening gap has not been filled yet. And that's why we're dumping so hard. So I missed my fill right here. Price, and I noticed right afterwards, like I'm watching this 933 candle go up here, and then once it hits pretty close, but it looks like it's just not gonna go up there. I just enter 3 cons instead of 5 or anything. Normally, at least I do 5, but I enter 3 cons just as a beginning entry, and if it got up to here, I would enter another 2. But never did that, so I only entered 3 cons today on the micros, 3 microcons. And so this level right here is, I don't know actually. Let me get rid of this. This is another hourly fair value. This is hourly inverse fair value gap that we're sitting in. Um, I just wanted to see how price reacted off of it because this low was inside of it, and we took out this low right here, which made this an inverse fair value gap. So we can use this inverse fair value gap to help us um realize that price wants to go lower. I honestly wanted to target all the way to new week opening gap, but that's insane. That's an insane RR, and it's just not feasible. I could have probably targeted down here, this low, but all I just wanted to target and see was this low-hanging fruit right here, and we're inside this another hourly fair value gap where you can see price reacting to. So I just wanted to see it take this out and go a bit lower. And I'll show you that later. Yeah, so that was my the target was that low. This low right here. Work that out. Cool. So price is exactly that. So we have an SMT, CSD, retracement to first presented for a value gap, and then that's my entry. Go lower, and yeah, and price comes down. This is the inverse for value gap. Keep that in mind. Price comes down, gets below it, comes back up, taps 0.25, doesn't tap a consequent encroachment. 2.5, taps consequent encroachment. Then we start rallying lower. That's consequent encroachment is a very crucial point because that is where price likes to react off the most. So we literally come up there, take out these internal highs, come lower, and just push lower and lower and lower. I get stopped out right here, or I get take profit right here. Price continues to rally. Cool. Probably could have doubled my profits, which is also cool, but it's just like I'm out of the trade. Um, I thought about taking partials, but since I was only in 3 cons, I was just like, just be happy with that and call it a day. Um, and using ES, so we had the SNT up here, like I told you, and then we came down. Then we came back up, created another SNT, but we respected this rejection block. I put it in blue or white. Respect the rejection block. Didn't get above consequent encroachment. Rolled over. Market structure shift. Comes back up into first presented for a value gap. Taps that and then starts rolling over. Holy moly! I didn't even see that low key, but now that I'm just looking at it, it's obvious. Um, rolls over, and then we go down all the way down to Monday's first percent for like tap that, and then we start rallying higher again after that. But that was after that's this rally. I was already out by then. The price is just rolling over. Like I could have held. Let me show you my chart. This is the Nasdaq or the top step chart. You got the hourly, basically the same levels. This is the rejection block on the downside. Because I wanted to see, because we came down into it, tap 0.25 and started rallying higher. I was a little nervous here, but this is when we hit the zero point 0.5 or the consequent encroachment of that inverse fair value gap on the hourly. Then we started rolling over. So that gave me a lot of there's also the 15 seconds, so I was just looking um pretty closely just to see what happened. So yeah, you can see my entry. Oh shit, I still have to actually no, it's fine. Actually no. There. Um entry here at 20 25,743, 50. Pretty good fill, honestly. And my stop it would have had to been like here, which is not great. I honestly didn't even create a stop because we just started rolling over immediately. So it's 1.28, but I mean still, it's a nice trade. Um I honestly didn't even have to set a stop loss, so my stop loss ended up being here because as soon as I entered, we started rolling over, and then I was like, okay, we're set, we're in the clear, because I shouldn't expect price to come all the way back up here to this fair value gap if it would have just roll over again. I guess we did hit this fair value gap on this one. It doesn't show that there's a volume imbalance there. Weird. So I guess there was a volume imbalance, and if I would have noticed that on this chart, then that would have been a lot better. It would have been like this. I would have entered right here. Um, yeah, that's my trade for today. I'm up 450 once a day. I'm only up like about 300 on this account for this week. Two first bad days, and then these days. I just need to, I want to start risking 500 a day. I just haven't done that. And now that I'm up in profit, I definitely can. So that's it for today. Um, hope y'all had a good trading day. I'm gonna get some shit. I'm gonna start getting shit done. And I'll see you tomorrow for the weekly analysis. Deuces.